Welcome to another video by MakerCut.com. We're going over parameters in Autolaser and how to configure your machine to use the Ethernet network and a TCP/IP connection. By default, Autolaser is set up to use a USB port or communications port. A lot of people know these as serial ports in the past. USB is a serial port. But serial ports can be unreliable when making communications, especially with large file sizes that are subject to interference from electronics. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our machine to use TCP/IP. Now, one of the recommendations we make is that you find a TCP/IP address on your network that's not being used. There's a lot of tutorials on how to do that out there on YouTube. I'm not going to go over that here. So what we're going to do is the default configuration, you see the name is default DEF. We're trying to use a USB connection. And if we click search, it doesn't find anything. And we get no indication that anything has actually happened. If we do change this to use the network, it's going to do a search on the network looking for 192.168.0.100. This is the default configuration for the machines that come with a top WSM controller in them. And if you use that IP address and your network uses that IP address, then you should get a connection at this point. Since I don't, and I wanted to show you this, you'll get a link error. If your machine isn't on when you first start up Autolaser, then you will get this same link error until you turn your machine on. And then if you turn your machine on, then you have to go back and try this connection again. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually edit the machine information. So here you can see here's our default configuration listed here. The default name, the type, the IP address, and the type of link that it's currently using. If we close this out and set this back to COM and go to machine information, you'll see that the link is showing as null. So we're going to use the network, go to machine, wait for it to time out, use machine info, and you can make changes to the IP and the type. If you have a camera system, you will want to change this to camera. You can change the IP address, and it will make the changes. When you click save, it'll make the changes on the parameters. However, if you change the name, which is what we're going to do, it will add it to your machine table. So here we're going to change it to 192.168.1.100. I'm going to click save, and you see here that it's showing it's shop, which is the new name. It's a normal type. Here's the new IP address, 192.168.1.100, and it's showing null. Since you cannot set it here, it automatically thinks that it's going to be on a USB port. So we're going to close this. Come up here, we now see that we have two machines set up. We're going to select the shop machine. Then we're going to come here and click use network. Now I have my machine on and it's already configured, so this should come up and blacken up. So you can see we have valid communications to this IP address from Autolaser. It's really that simple to set up the IP configuration. If you're interested in watching more videos or being notified whenever we produce more videos, just click the subscribe button below. Make sure you stop by our website, MakerCut.com, and have a wonderful day.